As you know, there are two very important aspects in the OFM business, and those are traffic and the chatting. So to break it down, the traffic is the attention you get on the profile. You want to garner attention. The chatting is the way of monetizing it and making the most money. And depending where you are in this business, based on your revenue you're currently doing, there are different things you should put your focus on, if that makes sense. So you can't just do 50-50 all the time. You can't scale the chatting and scale the traffic at the same time. You just have 24 hours a day, and you must put your focus on something. And depending on where you are, I will tell you right now what's the best thing you should focus on scaling. Without saying too much stuff, let's get into the video. As some of you know, I'm currently doing 6 figures with my own agency. 90% of the traffic comes from TikTok, and our chatting ratios are about 30-1, 40-1. Before you think about how we did it, I can tell you exactly not how we did it, but what structure we used to scale everything up, because 30-1, 40-1 texting ratios don't come overnight. There's no secret system directly behind it. It's just about improving it, etc. So let's say you're in the beginning, you maybe have 5 subs or whatever, you're not making any money. What you want to do is you want to fully concentrate on the traffic part. Fuck chatting, it's not interesting to you at the moment because you're chatting to 5 people, bruv, like nobody cares. So what you want to do is you want to find the right traffic source. Like I talked about in previous videos, you have to fully focus on there until you get some traction going. So when you're at the point, and this is the second stage, where you make about, like, let's say 20-30 subs a day, scaling the chatting can already become very profitable. And here it comes down to your perception on the business. So do you think if you let the traffic running like this, it will break down, or do you have to invest like all the time in a day to keep it running? If that's the case, of course, focus on the traffic, try to outsource it a bit. But as you know, this business is pay to win. So the more money you have, the more money you can invest, the more results you get out of it. So especially in traffic, especially if you use algorithm-based traffic like TikTok, IG Reels, whatever, you need the money. So you need money to reinvest in locations, outfits, accounts, phones, all this shit that's super expensive if you're at the bottom. You need to break out of the cycle. You need to get to 10-15K a month, because then you can basically reinvest in whatever you want. After you make like 20-30 subs a day, or even 10-20 subs, depends on how you measure it, you can completely shift the focus from traffic to chatting. Just improve the chatting. Look at every chat, invent new systems, find new ways on selling, find new content ideas, find new brandings, whatever. Just have your full focus on chatting until you get it to at least like a 10-1, 15-1 ratio, if you haven't done it already. And then you have to just decide, okay, what's working good, what's working bad. Just a lot of problems will occur, you have to fix them. That's like how business is after a while. So then it comes down to your skills as a CEO to keep the business running and to scale the different systems. But I can tell you a very important thing. If you don't know where you should put your focus, if you're making like 40-50K a month, if you're quite successful, always scale the chatting. Because until you're at a 40-1 ratio, it's the most easiest thing to scale. Let's say your welcome message, right, that every subscriber gets. Let's say 2 out of 10 people reply to your welcome message in the beginning, and those 2 people you like get selling chats, whatever. If you choose a different welcome message or a different way of sending it, and now 6 out of 10 people reply to it, you just tripled the reply rate, you just tripled the amount of selling chats you have in that day, so you tripled the sales, so you make 3 times the money in chatting just by choosing another message, if you get what I mean. So you can triple the amount of revenue in chatting with one message. And this is just one example. There are so many different things you can improve, and the traffic, it's way more harder. Try doing 3 times the traffic. It's very big headache. You probably need like a new setup, new phones, or new employees. It's very difficult. But in chatting, you can triple your money in a day. That's why you should scale chatting if you don't know where to focus on. And it's the easiest money you can have. If you make 20 grand more a month just from chatting, very easy to buy more stuff for traffic, like I explained. So make sure to put your focus on the right thing, because I see a lot of guys in the space, they blindly try to get more subs, they blindly try to get more traffic at all costs, and their chatting is super shit, and they're losing like 50-100K a month potentially if they just scale their chatting like in a month. So don't do this mistake. Take the money from chatting. It's still like the part where your money comes from. You don't want the money from subs, you want the chatting money. This is where the gold mine lays. This is where you make the actual money. This is where most of the guys fail. So don't be like your competition, outstand them, outshine them in the chatting, even though it's a bit more harder to understand because you need the sales experience, you need the marketing experience, etc. Trust me, you will get to it. I'll do some more content about this in the future. So look at the situation you currently are, look at how much money you're currently making, look at what needs to be improved. Are you not making any subs, or are you not making any sales in chatting, whatever it may be? Look at the numbers, have all the numbers in front of you, look at it, and then decide where you put your focus on. And you have to make this decision. You have to think about it, and you actually have to put your focus somewhere. After that, it's just a matter of finding the right strategies, as I explained in previous videos. So make sure to watch the other videos on the channel. Very, very valuable stuff, as you may know. So I wish you a great and successful week. Keep on pushing. We'll see each other in the next video. Bye bye.